Hey everybody, and welcome back to Shaq's video game commentary. It's not game commentary, this is a tutorial. What the hell am I talking about? So as you can see, we got a new setup going on here. This is Yosemite that I'm running right now. Maybe might do tutorials on here for now, we'll have to see what happens. But, there's still some bugs, but it's fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started here. So I'm gonna open up since this is a new build, this is a new operating system I installed. I had to reset up Eclipse and all that stuff. So I'm running on Minecraft Forge 1.7.2 10.12.2.1121. You'll find a link. You can just go to files.minecraftforge.net to download that. If you're having any discrepancies between the code that I have that's working and the code that you have, if not, do not. It is the latest recommended build, so you can update to it if you wish. I don't think I have a video on that yet, but it's easy. Just create a new thing, copy over the project files, and you're good to go. So yeah, so let's get started here. So I got a new version of Eclipse as well. This is Eclipse. What is it called? Eclipse Luna, I think. Yes, this is Eclipse Luna. So this is the 4.4.0 release, which just came out apparently for it's for Java 8, which is coming out now, which is what I'm running here, because this is a beta operating system. It's not going to be using, apparently by the time this comes out, Java 8 is going to be out, so that's cool. So anyway, we're just gonna get back into it here. We got some errors I'm gonna clean up, some common proxy stuff. It's not liking this. Let's see what this says. There's no the garments. Yeah, whatever. We'll just comment that out, and we'll leave that for later. So then we just got some discrepancies in our furnace class. Here we're gonna take a look at. I can't resolve type of. Yeah, we'll leave that. So today, what we're gonna be working on is creating our. Just gotta pull up my code here. The TileEntity is what we're gonna be working on. So we gotta create a new package. So we're just gonna right click on our main com.shaq.tutorial mod package. We're gonna right click it, go new, and click on package. Now in here, we're gonna type, I don't think I've created this, no I haven't. So in the name, com.shaq.tutorial mod dot TileEntity. Okay. And create that. So that's created now. Now we're going to create a new class in there. And actually, I'm going to grab the TileEntity SP furnace is just what I'm calling mine. Create that file and click on. So right click on the package, new class. Paste in TileEntity SP furnace is just what I'm calling mine, and click finish. So it's going to give us this new file. Now, what we're going to start with here is we're going to go extends. It's going to extend TileEntity. TileEntity, capital T on tile, capital E on entity. And it's going to implement I-sided inventory. Okay. Command Shift Control Shift O to import those classes in. I spelled that wrong. There we go. Now that'll import. Perfect. Now we're going to add the unimplemented methods, which is a lot, by the way. Now we don't have. We're not going to have a constructor for this, so no need to worry about that. So first thing we're gonna do is we got a bunch of stuff at the top that we're gonna get placed down right now. So we're gonna start with we're gonna create some private variables. So we're gonna create public static final and these are gonna be ints, int arrays to be exact. So so basically what the TileEntity does is it handles a lot of the it handles slots, the logic for the slots. So what can go in the top side of our furnace, what can go in the bottom side as the fuel source, crafting recipes and a bunch of stuff. It's like the meat and potatoes of our furnace. So we're going to create 3 of them. We're going to create slots top, and we're going to make this equal to new int, square brackets, and then curly braces, 2 of those, and in here we're just going to put in 0, like that. Perfect. Now down to the next line. Again, we got another one of these. So public static final int, it's int array slots, bottom, slots bottom, and that's going to be equal to new int, damn it, equal to new int, and for this one we are going to put in 2, 1, and the next one, private static final int array. My god, my hands are all over the place. Slots sides, slot sides, yep, is going to be equal to new int array, and we're going to give it some values, and it's going to be 1. Okay. And okay, so I'm going to kind of explain this. So these are 2-dimensional arrays. Okay, this is what we're creating here. So slots top is technically a it's part of a two-dimensional array. But basically we need to define what slot, like slots top, slots bottom, slot sides, which slot that is. So slots top is slot 0. Slots bottom, which is the fuel source, is second row, first one. So it's kind of that doesn't really make too much sense, but that's just the way it is. And then slots sides is slot 1. So it's like 2-dimensional arrays. It's like you got a graph. So you got a graph. There we go. And you got 2 dimensions, right? It's that same kind of idea for this. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, all you really need to know is that they're for the slots, and 0, 2, 1, and 1 are the numbers needed for the corresponding slots. It's just for part of our logic. So now we're going to create a private item stack. Okay, this is again an array, and this is going to be called furnace item stack, item stacks. And we're going to make this equal to new item stack array. And we're not going to put anything in it. Actually, we're just going to give it 3. So we're going to tell it it's got 3 columns. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So on to the next part. So now we got some variables for the furnace burn time, the current burn time, the furnace cook time, and the furnace name. I'm gonna comment these next ones for sure. So public int furnace burn time. Furnace burn time. This is how long the furnace burns for. So if you put in, for example, a piece of wood, it's going to burn for 200 ticks, or yeah, so it's for each. See, for each fuel consumed, how long is it going to burn for? And then we got another one. So public int current burn time. This one here is the current burn time of the furnace. So basically, how many ticks it's went through. So this is the current burn time of the furnace. The furnace. Oh my god, I can't type today. Now we got another one here. We got some more here. So public. We got more ints. This is the furnace cook time. now what this one is how long the item has been in the furnace. So how long the item has been in the furnace. So we need to know that just for some logic later on, which we'll worry about those ones there near the end of this video, of this series of videos on the TileEntity, but definitely very important at that. So now we're going to create another private variable. This is going to be a string, and it's going to be called furnace name. Now what this is going to be used for is for so at the top of the GUI, of the GUI, it says furnace, for example. Ours is going to say ShaqPower furnace. That's what this corresponds to. Name that shows up at top of GUI or GUI. Perfecto. So we're gonna have to create some functions here at the top to get started. So we're gonna go public void furnace name. Okay, might be like, whoa, what's going on here? This is a real thing. I don't think this is an actual function that's in here. No, it's not. Perfect. So string. This is pretty complicated stuff. To be honest with you, I'm still learning this TileEntity stuff myself. So I'm gonna tell you everything I know about it. Of course, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna explain it to the best of my ability. But this is new to me, and as well, I knew all this stuff perfectly like a week ago when I coded this out. Man. So this dot furnace name is equal to string. So so this function is basically setting the furnace name, which is this variable here, to whatever is input as the string, which I think we used over in here. So let's search for that furnace name. We did. See, furnace name item stack dot. See right here. So right here we are putting the name in. We're saying item stack dot get display name, so it's getting the name of the block and it's passing it through to this furnace name function. Actually, I could actually make that call. I could actually call that get furnace name, but I'm gonna leave it as is just so I don't screw anyone else up. So now the next one down, I don't think we have this one in here either. What is it called? Get size inventory. Get size inventory right here. It's returning. I'm just going to kind of go through the functions as I see them in my code. So it might be jumping around up and down in the file a little bit, but as long as you're working in the same function, you should be good. So this is get size inventory. We're just going to return something simple here. We're going to return this dot furnace item stacks dot length. So basically, what this is, we're getting the size of whatever is in furnace item stacks, which we will also get into later. There's going to be a lot of getting into later stuff in this, so you're going to have to bear with me. So get stack in slot is our next function that we're going to be. It's just this one right here. I think these are just added up too high in the hierarchy. But it's fine. It's fine. Get stack and slot. This is gonna be another simple return. So get stack and slot. We're returning an item stack for this one. So we're gonna return this. Actually, I'm gonna play with this arg0. It's no longer gonna be an arg0. See, this is we're using a later build of Forge, so things can be changed like this. So So I'm just gonna rename this parameter to slot. Just more for, you know, getting it across to you what I'm actually doing here. So we're gonna go this dot furnace item stacks and slot. So basically telling it to grab. This function is telling it to return from furnace item stacks whatever slot. So is it slot 0, slot 1, or slot 2? 0 is, I'm pretty sure, is the bottom, slot 1 is the top, and slot 3 is the right, or the side, which is your output. 1 is your input, and 0 is your fuel. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the order that they're in. Okay, so now we're going on to decrease stack size, which is up here near the top. This one right here. Again, we're gonna mingle with these. So this is, I only got names for one of them. So this is slot, and I'm just gonna call this par1. Okay, I'm not really sure what this one here does, but I know that this one here is the slot. Okay, so again, we have to return something, right? Lots of returning of stuff here. So we're going to be doing some if statements in this one. So if this dot furnace item stacks, okay, slot. So basically saying that if there is something in there, or if it is, we're saying if it's not equal to null, so that means is there something in there? What do we want to do? I'm just going to put some spaces in this just to kind of make it a little bit more readable. We're going to create an item stack. Item stack. And we're just going to call it item stack. Okay. And so decrease the stack size. This is like when you have a stack, let's say, of 64, and you right click it to, let's say, divide it in half or something like that. You're decreasing the stack size. And then there's also, you know, oh, there's so much stuff in here. So much stuff. It's hard to keep track of it all. There we go. So we got the item stack. Now we got another if statement here. If this dot furnace item stacks, furnace item stacks slot. What are we checking for here? Dot stack size is less than or equal to par2. So I'm guessing par2 might be the par1. I called it par1. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's par1. So I'm guessing that par1 is talking about I guess that's talking about how many you're taking from the stack. So so we'll actually I'm going to change this to taken. Okay, taken. Yaken. Taken. So taken. So what are we going to do when the stack, when the slot that we're accessing or that we're right clicking or clicking on to get items out of it is the amount that we're taking? What if that is, or if the stack is the amount of items in the slot is equal to the number that we're taking? So I'm going to comment this. What happens when the amount in the stack is the amount in the stack, or less is the amount being taken from the slot / stack? So what happens if that happens? We're going to transfer the items over into, so we're going to go item stack is equal to this dot furnace item stacks. So basically need to throw the items in something, and then we're going to specify the slot, and then this we want it to clear. So we basically want to move the items from that stack, from the original slot into the stack that you're taking. So then this dot furnace stacks slot will be equal to null, which basically means it will be empty. Okay, so, and then we're going to return item stack. Okay, perfect. Now, what if that is not true and we're taking what are we doing here? So if I say blah blah blah. So now if it is just less, for example, we just want to split the stack, right? So we're gonna go item stack, since we've already created that, is equal to this dot furnace. Oh my god, lots of keystrokes. Shit. Dot furnace item stacks. We want to specify the slot, of course. Dot split stack. So basically saying, so if we're either going to take the whole stack or we're going to take a part of the stack, and we are going to split it by the amount taken. Cool? Makes sense? Perfect. And we just got one more if statement here. So if this dot furnace item stacks slot, you're gonna be hearing a lot of slot, a lot of stuff. Dot stack size is equal to 0. What are we gonna do? This dot furnace item stacks slot is equal to null. It's basically more of a redundancy check. This one, that little bit of code there, so that no matter what, something's going to happen. And then when we're out of that if statement, we will return item stack. And then this one here, which is so this is the end of the function right here. So at the end of this, the first if statement, we're going to place an else statement, or an else clause here. Else, we're going to return null, because we always have to return something, right? The function is calling that we return an item stack, so we need to return an item stack or return nothing, one or the other. So we're going to return nothing. Perfect. So get stack in slot on closing. Let's find that one. Get stack on closing. This one's down right here. So we'll probably do this one, and then that'll be the end of the video, and then we will move into next functions next time. Okay, so this one is if this dot furnace item stacks. Oh yeah, we gotta rename variables. arg0. In my case, I'm gonna change that to slot. Slot. There we go. So if furnace item stacks slot, where am I looking here, is not equal to null. So again, you want to make sure that it's not, that it actually has something in it. What are we gonna do? So we're gonna go item stack. We're gonna create an item stack called item stack, and we're gonna make this equal to this dot furnace item stacks slot, and then we're going to return item stack, else return null. So there we go. We're on our way into the TileEntity, getting stuff done here. We still got tons of code to write. I think in this file, how many lines of code do I have? We have 308 lines of code, and so far in here we have what, 139. We got 200 more lines of code to write. There's lots, so look forward to that. It's gonna be great. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video, which is going to be, well, again, it's going to be on this. You should be getting these one every day until the TileEntity file is done. And then probably about a week break. And then the next file, and then the next file. So this might take another 2-3 weeks to do. But it's really this is mentally straining on me to do this. Because this TileEntity stuff, this whole furnace thing is very code heavy, it's just mentally it's mentally draining on especially since I have to code it twice, right? So yeah, it's great. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, if you want to see more, make sure you hit that like button and show your appreciation for what I do for you. If you think what I'm doing is great, of course, and if you got any friends who haven't subscribed to the channel and want to start into Minecraft modding, then please tell them to hit that subscribe button and get updates on all the videos that I put out. I'm gonna be getting into a little bit more gaming stuff. I think I'm gonna start Counter-Strike because I love playing Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike is great, and I'm pretty good at it. I think I'm not the best, but I'm pretty good. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you in the next video.